So, welcome back to the Udinese FC 25 career mode, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about Tomasso Ricci's future. And that's because the end of the season is now in sight. There are about 9 games left in the Serie A season, which means there's plenty of football still to be played. 27 points up for grabs, so plenty of opportunity for us to move up or down the table, hopefully upwards. But we do have one thing hanging over our heads, and that is the objectives set by the board at the start of the season. We even received an email from the board reminding us of the expectations they'd placed upon us this season, particularly their expectations when it comes to developing the youth team. So before we jump into the 3 games for this episode, let's have a quick look at how we're matching up against those objectives and see if there's anything we can do to, hopefully mean that we keep the job at the end of the season. So these are the objectives that the board laid out at the start of the season. Domestic success is the most critical thing to the men at the top, and we've already failed one of the 2 objectives under that heading. They wanted us to progress in the Coppa Italia. If you remember, we lost to Monza in a truly awful game. So we failed that half of it. The other half of it is to finish mid-table in Serie A. We are currently in 11th, which is mid-table. With a few good results, I think we could finish a bit higher than that, maybe 7th or 8th. I don't know where the game makes the distinction between mid-table and kind of upper half, top half of the table. So hopefully if we can over-exceed to that in that objective, that will gain us some favour. Continental success, not an issue. We weren't in any European competitions to begin with. Youth development, so signed 4 players in the youth academy assigned to being goalkeepers, defenders, midfielder and forward, so 1 of each in each position. We've done 1 of the 4 because we have signed a midfield as the youth team. Brand exposure, get a streak of 5 wins in home games this season. That's 3 out of 5. I don't know if that streak is ongoing. I don't think it is. And I also don't know how many home games we have remaining. We might not have enough home games remaining in order to be able to achieve that objective. And even if we do, we can't have more than 5 home games really, so we'd have to win every one of them. And financial, this is really annoying. So to sign 2 crucial players, we've done that. No doubt, we've absolutely done that. However, make a profit of £42.5 million, we were never going to do that. We never had a chance to do that with this squad. Simply, we don't have any players worth anywhere near that amount to be able to generate that amount of profit. So, moving forward, we need to obviously get some good results. We need to do that anyway if we're going to be pushing for our own objective, which is try and get into those European places. It's a very tall ask now, but you never know. There's still 27 points remaining to be had. So if we get, 20, 23, I don't know, we'll be somewhere up there. But youth development is one that we can definitely sort out. So if you've been with us for a little while, you will be familiar with Gianluca Conti, our scout who is in Slovenia at the moment. We did send him out earlier in the season to look for a left midfielder, and he found one. But I've since recalled him and sent him out again, and that is because scouts can scout for more than one position. And we didn't need to find any more left midfielders or any midfielders at all to complete the objective that the board have set for us. So we've sent him back to Slovenia to look for a right back or a left back and also a striker. So hopefully in the coming weeks he will come back to us with some players that he's found. The board don't really care if these players are going to be any good or not, which I don't think is any way to run a football club, but that's what they want from us and that's what they'll get. You can't scout a goalkeeper at the same time as outfield players. So we're going to go to hire scout and we are going to get another scout in. We're not going to spend loads of money. Bled Prifty from Albania is only 16,000. I don't want to be spending more than half our budget on, a better scout who still isn't incredible. Obviously, Luciano Bianco here would be fantastic, but we can't afford him anyway. So I think 16,000 or 76,000 on Diego Rossetti. Let's go for him. We will hire him, and he is ready for us to send out. And I think, where should we send him to find a goalkeeper? It doesn't really matter, does it? We just want somebody. We just want to complete this objective to try and keep the board happy and keep us in a job. Maybe we'll go for. Let's send him to Denmark. See if you can find the next Peter or Kasper Schmeichel. Just 3 months, and we're looking for a goalkeeper. And I will let you know as soon as he comes back, and indeed Gianluca Conti comes back, with any products for the Youth Academy. So before we dive into the games in this episode, let's see who we're going to be playing. It was a mixed bag in the last episode, as you can see. We had Parma, who we lost to. We really probably should have won that game. Lazio, we had an amazing comeback draw against them. And then Hellas Verona, who we beat in a pretty comfortable game. We probably should have scored more. But this time, we're starting off with Inter Milan. And bearing in mind, we really need to get some more wins and points on the board. That is not ideal. Inter Milan away to start off the episode. Then we're going to have Genoa away as well, followed by AC Milan at home. It's a really tricky little run of fixtures, this. But bearing in mind where AC Milan are in the table, it could be an absolutely massive game. If we manage to get some points off Genoa and Inter Milan, coming up against AC Milan, they're part of that group up there that are kind of very closely... very close together. We want to finish 6th. I don't know if we can do it. We've got a lot of catching up to do. But if we are to do it, AC Milan are the kind of team that we need to be beating. Inter Milan are 4 points clear at the top, and they are obviously very, very good. And Genoa is another massive game. Look at them. They're 10th. They're one position ahead of us. That would make a massive difference, not only for the points, but also the goal difference. This is massive. Here we go then, we are getting into the make or break time of the season. We really need to start getting some good results, but it's not going to be easy against a very, very good Inter Milan team. We have had an international break in between the last game and this game, so we've got players who are fully rested, we've got a full strength squad, and we just need to go at them, I think. We're going to be playing in our pink kit, whilst they are in their toothpaste abomination. And this is the time. It'd be such a shame if we were to, fall short of the board's expectations and lose the job. Just because I feel with the foundation that we've been building this season, we could do something great next year. It's just whether we're given the chance to do so. And we're underway here with Iglesias going down the left-hand side. We'll play it short to Sanchez. No, we won't, because it's cut out. And we can't afford to make silly mistakes in this game. And Lautaro Martinez looking dangerous for Inter. He was dangerous in the first game we played against him this season, but we've defended well there. So far in this game, we seem to be defending well, but we're just struggling to find any kind of dangerous forward passes in the opposition half. So half an hour gone here. Not too much has happened. We've defended well. Haven't really given them a sniff, but we've also really struggled to find a dangerous ball in attack. But Huerta here could find Alexis Sanchez. He's got a chance to shoot. Alexis Sanchez, he whips it. And for a moment, it looked like it was going wide. It hits the post in the end. That's the closest either team has come to scoring. That was really dangerous, and maybe should have done better. But it's a good sign for us. But we need to be careful here, defending with. Is that Thuram through, and then he's pulled it back to Martinez. Oh, it's a sucker punch. It's a sucker punch. But that's the kind of clinical finishing that you expect from a team like Inter Milan. Yeah, as soon as we brought the keeper out, we were in danger then. Biol couldn't get anywhere near it. Okoye left sprawling, and it's 1-0 to Inter Milan, just when we looked like we were getting on top in this game. Toro, good play to... and now Sanchez is through. Sanchez! He tries to poke it with the outside of his foot. It will go out for a corner instead. Really nice from Huerta. Really nice. With Samajic through. On his weaker right foot, he scores a screamer! On the edge of half-time, Samajic has brought us back into the game with an absolute beauty of a goal. His weaker right foot, I think it's just on the edge of the box, into the top left corner. The keeper had absolutely no chance. And we needed that goal, and it's so good. So good to see it fly into the back of the net there. 1-1. They had one chance and they scored from it. We've created 2 or 3, and I'm really happy with that. And a win would be massive. Let's see if we can get it in the second half. Great tackle from Biol there. That's a captain's tackle. And what can we do now with Huerta going forward to Diakite? He's onside. It's Diakite. It's Diakite to make it 2-1. Away at Inter Milan. Away at the league leaders. We have taken the lead 7 minutes into the second half. Is the European dream still alive? It is if we beat teams like Inter Milan. And it's a great finish from Diakite. He was a little bit wasteful in the last episode. Had a few chances that he just put wide of the post and really should have done better with. But this time, makes no mistake. It's 2-1 to Udinese. But Diakite here, the goal scorer, has got the ball back. He's got it through to Soriano. It's Soriano, one-on-one with the keeper. It's Soriano, scores the third! I don't know what happened to my voice then, but we've scored a third. Do your backflip, son. Oh, man. Great play from Diakite to release Soriano. We caught them napping a little bit at the back. And just as the defender looked like he was about to close him down, Soriano finds a way high past the keeper. 3-1 away at Inter Milan. We can't let this slip. And Inter looking dangerous here. Take the shot from distance, but it's well saved by Okoye. Iglesias will reach it first. He'll find Stanisic, and we can try and break again. I think our pace and the way we've been moving the ball forward in this game has been causing Inter Milan problems. And we get it through to Alexis, who I think is onside. Alexis, he's running out of space, but Diakite! 4! It was so well composed from Alexis Sanchez. He knew the defender. We just felt the defender was about to kind of sneak up on us and like steal the ball away. He managed to release that pass. Diakite still making a really good run forward, and it's such a good finish from Diakite. I can't believe it. We scored 4 away at Inter, and surely we can't lose now. We need to make some substitutions, give some attacking players a bit of a rest, and just try and shore up the defence, I think. And Diakite, maybe with a chance for his hat-trick. Diakite, he's done it. He's done it. 5 away at Udinese. At Inter Milan. We are Udinese. But 5 goals. Diakite with 3 of them. That's his hat-trick. And we've seen that before in this game. Gets into that kind of position, and it's just a composed finish. Amazing. Truly amazing. And it really feels like, this is what I was talking about at the start of this game. It'd be such a shame if Tomasso Ricci got relieved of his duties, because we're really building something. And this feels so far like the biggest sign that everything we've put in place is reaching some kind of culmination and the future's bright. And surely Diakite can't get another one. It's been released by a perfectly timed pass by Huerta. It's Diakite with a lovely little finish. Who is he? Who is he? We've been dangerous on the break this entire game, and that was no different. Huerta released the pass at just the right time. Diakite couldn't be offside in his own half. And that time Diakite just waiting a little bit longer to chip it over the keeper when he commits. And, oh, I mean, that's absolutely stunning. We are running rampant against Inter Milan. And 7 would be ridiculous, but Luca's in the space here, and he's just lost out. But Diakite falls to him, and he got his, would that have been his 5th goal? And this is absolutely unreal stuff. You just can't believe it. You can't believe what you're seeing. And Huerta wins it back. He tries to release, but Diakite's through again. Diakite! Wow! What is happening? What's happening? Diakite, I mean, celebrating in that lady's face. She kindly takes a drink with her AI deformed hand. On his left foot this time, it's an absolute scorcher of a goal. Hit it way too hard for the keeper to do anything about. 7-1. Look at that scoreboard, 7-1. Oh, what a performance, what a performance. Just blow up, ref. They can't take it anymore. They're already dead. I mean, Thuram might score a consolation. He does. That's a bit sloppy from us. Means it's 7-2. Runs off to celebrate as if he's just scored the winner in the World Cup final. Mate, you're losing 7-2 at home to Udinese. And that is full time. You know what? You know what? Standing ovation. Standing ovation for that man. Umar Diakite. Diakite scored 5 goals from 7 attempts in that game. Wow. I mean, I always thought we had a chance in one game coming up to like properly put a team to the sword. I wasn't expecting it to be Inter Milan. I wasn't expecting to win that game 7-2, but we have done. Wow. So after that massive win, quick update before we jump into the next game against Genoa. Gianluca Conti is back with some players for us to look at. We've got Alan Bernick, a 17-year-old right back. His potential is as high as 89. Janez Vovko, who is a fourth. He's only 14. His potential 94 though. Definitely one for the future. And Matej Hribar, who is a right winger. We don't really need a right winger. Although, does that count as a striker? I don't think so. It probably still counts in the midfield, doesn't it? Let's get him anyway. We'll sign him anyway and see if it ticks off one of those objectives. And I mean, both of these could be good players. Should we get them both? Why not? Why not? So let's double check the objectives and see where we stand now. Oh, that's the standings. I'll come back to that. Back to that in a second. Because things have changed since that Inter Milan win. That does count as a forward. So we only need a goalkeeper now to finish that objective, the youth development objective for the board, which is fantastic news. Back to the table and just feast your eyes on this. Have a quick look at this. That win has propelled us 2 places up the table from 11th to 9th, gone ahead of both Fiorentina and Genoa. Onto 44 points. And excitingly, both Napoli and Bologna, who are ahead of us, have also played one more game. So were we to win our game in hand, we would then be 8 points behind that Conference League spot. So it's not done and dusted yet. We could still get there. All that said, it would be the most Tomasso Ricci thing ever to just go and lose to Genoa now. We could beat Inter Milan 7-2, but lose to Genoa and we're back to where we were at the start of the episode, but with fewer games to play. So this is no less important than that previous game. Samasic, who was instrumental in that game against Inter Milan, he was so good both defensively and attacking. He has gone to the bench. He's a little bit tired. He's replaced by Piero, who's been playing really well anyway. And Sole has come in. It's still a really good, really strong lineup from us. Let's hope for once we can keep some momentum going. Credit wide to Ezibwe. Try and find the Huerta, who's got Piero making a run forward. And can we get it back to Huerta with chance to shoot from outside the box? And I think it's got a deflection and gone in. I've got a feeling it might have got a touch off the defender's head. Either that or he really put some waz on it, Gromit. Either way, we're 1-0 up after 4 minutes. Huerta's had a few chances from outside the box in previous games and hit the bar, hit the post. But that one has flown in. Did it get a touch off another player? Let's just see here. As we see it in slow motion. Yeah, very dramatic slow motion replay. And no, it didn't. It just moved all over the shop. That's a ridiculous goal. It's hit like a knuckle shot. It's gone one way, it's gone the other, and found its way past the keeper. And Vitinha up front. He's got overlapping man on the left-hand side who he hasn't gone for. But they, tried to play intricate passes around, but it's good defending in the end from Biol, who's come into his own in the last 2 games. It's been a titan in defence. It's been, you just can't get past him. And we've played a good forward to Sanchez and Diakite. This man's on fire. This man's on fire. It's a lovely ball forward by Alexis Sanchez, just chipping it over the back. Diakite down on his chest, on the volley, on the turn, low past the keeper. I think there's maybe 10, 15 minutes gone in this game, winning 2-0. We've definitely started where we left off in the last game. And that's a ridiculous goal from Diakite. Who is he? Who is he? Look at that finish. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And Piero with some added pace there and good control to keep possession. He's got a chance to find Huerta on the edge of the box. It is Cesar Huerta, right-footed. What has happened to this Udinese team? What has happened to us? We're absolute goal machines. We've scored 10 goals in 110 minutes of football. We're scoring once every 11 minutes, apparently. Cesar Huerta with his second of the game. This one's slightly closer, but this finish, nonetheless, spectacular still. With his instep, really good play by Piero to create the space and cut it back to him. 3-0. 3-0. I don't know what's happened to us. This is the team we were always meant to be. We've won it back quickly there as well with Alexis Sanchez. It's got Diakite making a run. It's Diakite. Back to Alexis Sanchez. The keeper's done really well. Maybe I tried to do too much then. Maybe we're getting a bit complacent. Got the overlap from Iglesias, who's been wonderful since we bought him. That was a really good bit of business from us in the January transfer window. Iglesias puts it into Piero. That's a lovely play. 4-0. I'm running out of ways to describe what's happening at the moment. I don't know what's changed. I haven't made any changes in the settings and nothing like that. I haven't made any changes to the tactics. It's just everything seems to be coming together for us. Maybe we're finally getting to grips with this formation, getting to grips with these players we've got. Half-time in this game, we're beating Genoa 4-0 at half-time. I don't want to be complacent, don't want to be like arrogant. I think that's the game done and dusted, and we'll look to make some changes and maybe just slow things down in the second half. The defence sitting deep with Alexis Sanchez with a chance to shoot. 5-0, that's one of the easiest goals we'll score. I think the defence are so kind of worried about us playing with pace that they've just sat deeper and deeper in this game. Eventually, a simple pass forward finds Alexis Sanchez. No more than 16 yards out from goal. He can just turn onto his left foot. No one closes him down quick enough. And yeah, fires it past the keeper for our 5th of the game. To Diakite. Diakite is through here. Diakite for his 2nd of the game. It's Diakite! What's happening? What's happening? It's so silly. Diakite, we've scored 6. We've scored 13 goals in the last 2 games. It's not over yet as well. Diakite is just... He's turned into Mbappe. Our defence is solid. Impenetrable. I don't know what's happened. It's 6-0. Genoa have offered absolutely nothing going forward. We've been too good for them. And that is full time. We've continued our mental form in this game. The second of 2 massive away wins on the bounce. Not just massive in terms of the impact on our season and confidence, but massive mathematically. That's an absolutely ridiculous win from us. 6-0. 13 goals in 2 games. We are on fire and we look ridiculously good. So here we are then, and we're chasing something in this game that we haven't achieved at any point in the save so far, and that is we haven't had an episode where we've won every single game. We haven't won all 3 games in one episode. So this is an opportunity to do that. It's also an opportunity to kind of rein in some of the teams further up the table to us. But we know it's not going to be easy. We said it wasn't going to be easy at the start of this episode. The run of fixtures we have so far, we've been incredible. But AC Milan, there's no changing the fact that they are very, very good. So it's just, if we play like we have done the last 2 games, I don't think anyone is a match for us. However, there's no guarantees in that, and it could be a really, really tricky game nonetheless. Now here's Diakite, the form man. He's been incredible in the last 2 games. Absolutely amazing. He's been the striker that we always wanted him to be. And can he get another? He's got a chance here with Diakite through on goal. It's a good save by the AC Milan keeper. It was straight at him really, but still had to get his body behind it. And AC Milan managed to clear the rebound as well. And now Leao will take it down the left wing. We need to be careful. We don't quite have the pace to keep up with him. It's Loftus-Cheek into Chukwueze, and he gives AC Milan the lead. And that's quite similar to the first goal in the Inter Milan game, where we had a good chance and then they just managed to break on us with a bit more speed than we could handle and score. It's 1-0 to AC Milan. Great run from Ezebue. He's got Diakite in the middle if he can find him. He can't quite, and it's a good header away by the defence to Loftus-Cheek. He'll turn, and yeah, Fofana now taking it away for AC Milan. He tries to find the ball up front, but Biel will defend well for us. He read it well. It's a bit back and forth this game so far, and it doesn't help when we lose possession like that as we did with Soriano, who's now going to try and chase it back. Leao here through to Loftus-Cheek, and Loftus-Cheek, it's a really good save from McCoy. It's kept us in it there, but we can't afford to lose the ball there, and it's another good defensive intervention from Udinese, but we're living dangerously here. That's a good play by Loftus-Cheek to get Morata with an opportunity, and it's a good low save by Akoi. And there is the half-time whistle. We are losing 1-0. We knew AC Milan would be difficult. We knew it would be really tricky to keep the momentum going that we've had in the last two games. Haven't really managed to attack in this game as we did in those last two games. 1-0, a fair score at half time, and we've got work to do. And that's a really nice play from AC Milan. We keep them out and try and attack them on the break with Huerta. He's played a little 1-2 there. And that was so dangerous from them. Huerta's got some pace to take it forward though, and then he'll pass it back to Samajic, who's got space to run into now. It's Samajic's on his left foot. He'll shoot from a long way out. It's an easy block. But he will get the ball back as well. It's Samajic. Tries to put it through to Diakite. Can't quite get there, but Diakite's got it back. Pass. Oh, we maybe should have taken it on with Diakite rather than pass back to Sanchez. Iglesias does well to find Soriano. Soriano on his right. And it's just over the bar. That's Soriano's brother. Can't believe that his sibling has missed a really good opportunity. And AC Milan here have taken off Chukwueze, brought on Pulisic, which is a ridiculous substitution to be able to make. Samajic looking for Diakite, can't get that. I think that's going to be it. It is it. We fall to defeat against AC Milan at home. 1-0. It's still been a really good run of 3 games. That some massive victories in the first 2 games. It's just a shame we couldn't convert that form into another 3 points here. But thank you for joining me for what has been one of the most surprising episodes of this series so far. We still have a slim chance of getting somewhere this season, getting into European place, or at least, you know, into 7th in the table maybe, which I think would be a success really, given some of the difficulties we had at the start of the year. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Until next time, I've been Tilly Sean with YT, and yeah, leave a subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, we'll see you next time.